Damien, thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this panel. I think it's great that at an event which is mainly focused on the creative industries, that arts and arts education is taken sufficiently seriously to be given a spot on the agenda. And I've assumed since I'm here as the chairman of Creative England that what I thought I should do is try and relate arts and arts education to what's happening in the creative industries. And it's very easy to start that in Birmingham by referring to a club that some of you may have heard of called the Lunar Society, which was meeting in the 18th century about a mile from here. A group of people who got together once a night to talk about what they wanted to see going on in Birmingham and how Birmingham was going to cope with the massive growth and change that was going on as the Industrial Revolution really kicked off. And the thing that's interesting about that group is it was a mixture of great engineers, Bolton and Watt, two of the greatest early steam engineers in the Industrial Revolution, were members, but so was Priestley, the philosopher, and a whole posse of romantic poets and painters, most of whom have been forgotten. But the point about it was that all of them got together, and there was no question about lack of parity of esteem between the scientists, the technologists, and the artists. Everybody was in it together, and everybody was thinking about the issues together and respecting each other's opinions. And if you then fast forward 150 years, 3 or 4 years ago, Eric Schmidt, the chairman of Google, was giving a McTaggart lecture, which is one of the 2 or 3 top TV industry lectures each year in the UK, at the Edinburgh TV Festival. And he said, the time when Britain was at its greatest was a time when the men who built bridges also wrote poetry, referring to the Industrial Revolution and its tale during the Victorian period. And everybody in the TV industry went into a great tears about the significance of that. It's pretty obvious what the man was saying, that if you lose the balance between arts and technology and science, both sides of the equation suffer. And to bring it right up to date, last year, the Arts and Humanities Research Council undertook a really interesting research project in Brighton. They looked at 500 digital media businesses all across East and West Sussex and identified, or tried to identify, the companies where arts and arts graduates and technology graduates were treated with equal esteem in the management and development of that business. And what they found, surprise, surprise, is that those companies were going 3 times faster than the rest of the underlying control group that they had. Clear evidence, if you ever needed it, that when you get these things in harmony, particularly obviously in creative industries, but right across the whole piece, you get far greater growth and far greater exchange of ideas. And certainly in the work that we do in Creative England, a lot of people think that creative industries, film, telling, games, digital media, it's all about entertainment. Well, of course, entertainment is at the core of it, but it's about an awful lot more than entertainment. And we, for example, have a fund which we manage jointly with the National Health Service, which is employing games people and people from all kinds of software traditions looking at issues in the health service and how people manage their own healthcare and how GPs manage their own health load, employing the skills of the creative industry to solve some of the big health issues that we're confronting in this country. The Design Council has had a whole series of projects looking at how you can employ design and designers in hospitals. And that's everything from Design Out MRSA, a project which is about looking at new products and new services, through to designing processes in hospitals to make them more efficient. And look at what's happening in education. Somebody like Ian Livingstone, who's one of the great figures in the British games industry, is sweating away, driving himself mad at the moment, putting together a free school in West London where the entire curriculum will be underpinned and delivered by using basically game and technology, because he sees that is the way to engage disaffected teenage boys in learning. And surprise, surprise, it's so incredibly effective. So it's not just that these industries are important, and it's not just that the arts are a part of the feedstock of the creative industries, it's that if we don't have arts and technology and science with a parity of esteem between them, then we suffer. And the danger of what's happening in the curriculum, it seems to me at the moment, is that while there is a strong place for arts, a strong place for music, a strong place for performing arts, nevertheless, the underlying view is somehow science and technology are really important stuff, and everything else is nice to have, but it's not must have. Actually, it is absolutely and truly must have. If you look at what's happening around the world, the countries that are beginning to engage most effectively with the creative industries are those countries which are struggling to really establish and enshrine that kind of parity of esteem in the way they approach education and the way they see their own economic future. So, to finish, I'll start with Eric Schmidt, but just to finish up with Steve Jobs. He built Apple, the biggest company in the world, and his line, when he was asked to what did he attribute Apple's success, he said, it's very simple, we don't employ geeks, we employ artists, poets, musicians who are passionately interested in technology.